Hello, I am Molly Cleaver and I am doing a collage workshop. I'm going to show you kind of how I collage, and just the idea behind the workshop is that I want to find out what triggers other people's shapes and colours that they use in their work, and whether it is shape and colour that triggers them to do collage. But yeah, I've got a few exercises to try, and so first one will be to cut out 10 shapes and then place them. Think about the placement. Then we've got cutting 5 bigger shapes and thinking about the placement as if you were putting on an exhibition. And then the last one will be cutting out shapes based just purely on you liking the colour of that shape rather than anything else. So we'll be making collages like this, like this. So yeah, all you need really is an old book or a magazine. I've got like this one. You've got glue stick, or in my case I'm using spray mount. So that, obviously if you are under 18, don't use this, stick to glue sticks. I just prefer that this is like a bit flatter. And then scissors or scalpel. I'm going to use a scalpel because I prefer the precision, but scissors are just as good sometimes. But yeah, that's all you really need. If you want to add any mixed media to it, then obviously feel free. Yeah, just want put a bit of context for me actually, is that collaging was sort of the media that influenced the precision within my work. So it triggered all the curatorial thinking that goes forward with everything that I do now. So it's why I decided to do the workshop about that, because it's the pinpoint of how I think about everything, down to paintings, down to what clothes I'm going to put on. So yeah, and a lot of, you'll notice when I'm doing the collaging that a lot of it is influenced by the human figure because of the curves and sometimes the colours that I use as well. So yeah, well, have fun. Just a heads up that if you're using scissors or a scalpel, to be careful. If you're under 18, then you'll need supervision. Probably if you're under 18 as well, just scissors, not scalpels, because they are very sharp. And same with spray mount. If you are using spray mount, supervise, keep a clean working space, because if you get spray mount on things, it's very difficult to get it off. And also, you have to be 18 to use anything like this anyway, so please don't use that if you're not of the age. Yeah, just keep a clear working space. Make sure you've got a cutting mat, and a cutting mat is ideal because obviously your cutouts will be cleaner even. So I have a couple of tasks that I want to do. So the first one is I just want you to cut out 10 shapes from all your magazine cuttings. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with some of these. When you're doing this, I want you to think about the shapes right over the colour. So even if you are, say for example, you like that cube, which I do quite like, so I might cut that out. You are just thinking about the shape over the colour for now, just to see how we get on. So I'm gonna just cut this out. A cola cube, I think, in a cocktail. Wonder what that cocktail is. Because I quite like the shape of that. There you go. So that's one. Just have a little search through these also. Probably need. Ooh. Quite like these. They are, by the looks of it, cucumber with caviar. So cut some of those out. I do prefer scale pools for collaging. It's just a lot nicer, even though I probably do need a new blade on this one. But that's a nice shape also. I think I might have a look at the collage material that I have that has faces on it. Like I say, I always try and keep a clean working space. Something that I struggle to do. I'm going to use this famous book that I always use. Sorry, the ring light isn't actually helping in this instance. So, thinking about shape over colour. I mean, you can consider colour as well, but thinking mainly about shapes. So, that's quite a cool shape. Just gonna rip that page out so it's a bit easier to do it that way. Like the comb on this one, so the curve of it, and I like the shine to it, that plasticky look. Yeah, that's quite a nice shape really. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's quite far away. Yeah. So there's 3. I did cut this one out earlier, so I'm going to add that to the mix because I like that colour, as well as this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, bear in mind I'm not actually thinking of colour at this moment, but that there is nice colours in there, just naturally. That will be the case if you're imagery. So there's your 10 images. So you're going to get the piece of paper. So I'm going to start thinking of placement now. So just have a bit of a play around with what you've got so far. Quite like blue and yellow together. There's quite a lot of blue and yellow on here actually. Get this woman in. I like when we have the same image, a similar image a few times to overlap it. I think I said this before, but it just looks. Quite happy with that one. So now you want to stick them down. So I'll start with this one. When you're using spray mount as well, hook underneath, so otherwise you get it all on your fingertips and it's such a pain to get off. There. Good start. There's that one. Then I'll do these. And then lastly, we've got our little earring there. Can't remember exactly where they were, but it's not important. And then I'm going to put that one there because I don't like the corner. So that is collage number 1. Can you see? Yes. And that's using 10 images that you're just thinking about the shape of. I like the shape of all those. I think they work quite well. So that's it. Right, so the next task will be, I want you to cut 5 bigger shapes and then think about the placement as if you're putting on your own exhibition. So I've got this yoga book that's got very weird images in, so I'm going to see if I can pick any from here. I quite like this man. So usually am that woman, to be honest. But just want bigger images. They're not that much bigger, but just slightly bigger. Quite like the blue on the red. Not that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Right. And now I want to do like I'm putting on an exhibition. Ooh. Oh yeah, perfect. So that is collage number 2. I'm gonna stick it all down. That is collage number 2. So now for the last collage, I'm gonna get you to just cut out things that you like the shape of. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one because it's just a nice shape. Don't mind, maybe one more red. Thinking just kind of go with whatever you can do, don't worry too much. Just think about things that you like. So I like eating things with a spoon and this looks like a spoon. Didn't do that very well. That one, kind of like the way that curve works with that curve, and that curve works with that curve. Ooh, I'm stuck. But yeah, you can see. And then to add more, I'm gonna put it in a frame and prove that my theory of things looking better in frames is true. There you go. And you could even work on top of the picture. Looks quite nice. So just thinking about the shapes you have, might want to use them for another collage. Sometimes it looks quite nice. Overlapping these shapes that you've cut from already. there you go. Just a little idea of what you could do from the bits that you think you were going to throw away. So to conclude, we have the first one, which is collage of 10 images that you like the shape of. So as you can see, there's some strange shapes here, but it's a bonus that the colours are quite nice as well. Yeah, the more materials, like the more different magazines you can get, the better, because then the more weird imagery that you'll use. But like I said, don't just think that you've got to cut specific shapes out. If you like the border of a page, sometimes just that as a rectangle is quite nice. Yeah, and then this is another one. Sometimes it's quite nice to cut things out really precise as well. I think that works really well with the vagueness of these two shapes. Then if you can see, yeah, of the eucalyptus. And then I have this one, which looks better in a frame. It's just a shame it's off center, but yeah, and the frame's a little bit dirty, but it looks nice in frames. And then we have the scraps, which was kind of a totally wing that one, but it looks quite nice, I think, and I think that would look nice in a frame as well. But yeah, you can usually always make art out of your rubbish. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and